Hello hardcore divers. In my previous video, I talked about Kevlar reinforced dive gloves. But today, we're exploring an alternative and possibly more affordable option to enhance the protective features of your gloves. We're taking a pair of ordinary 2mm neoprene gloves. These Seek Prime neoprene gloves come already with the palm covered with micro rubber inserts that ensure grip and protection. In my experience, these gloves work perfectly well for a normal dive with no challenging circumstances. So, nothing is wrong with these standard dive gloves. However, what we're aiming for is a simple yet effective way to enhance their robustness. One simple way to achieve this is by layering another pair of gloves over the neoprene ones. Here we have the Jebel Work gloves, basic, simple gloves you can pick up at almost any hardware store, starting from just a few bucks, going up to $10 to $15 depending on the quality you prefer. These are high-quality gloves made from stretchable material, offering a comfortable fit. With cut protection class C and extra reinforcement between the thumb and index finger, they provide reliable protection for all sharp-edged tasks. Designed for mechanics, these gloves offer protection against glass and sharp-edged metals. Whether used as outdoor gloves or workshop gloves, they're built for tough conditions and should hold up reasonably well underwater too. In comparison, there is not much of a difference between the dive glove and the work glove initially. Of course, these gloves are made for different purposes, but this demonstrates that a standard work glove can be worn underwater without any issues. The intended way of wearing the gloves is, of course, on top of each other to combine the warmth with the increased mechanical protection. The neoprene gloves are easily enough put on. Since the work gloves are nearly the same size, they require a bit of adjustment, stretching, and pulling to get them properly on. Surprisingly, the handling is quite easy, as both types of gloves offer plenty of dexterity and feel. Now that I have both gloves on, I can feel a slight tension when trying to move my fingers. However, that's to be expected. It's not restrictive enough to completely limit movement. The grip is really good, and I can feel the touch of my hand through the two gloves reasonably well. You can see that when I move my finger across my palm, the rough texture shifts the material. Let's do a quick test with the X-Deep Double Ender. Not surprisingly, the feel and handling of the double layers seem more direct. The touch is not overly dampened by excessive material between my fingers and the tool. Having tried this glove combination before, I know that the work glove fabric stretches slightly underwater and softens up. Taking the work glove on and off underwater is also no issue at all. Just know where to store it during the dive. To sum it up, layering the gloves provides both warmth and mechanical protection. While there is slight tension when moving my fingers, it doesn't restrict movement significantly since the material will stretch underwater. The rough texture causes of the work glove provides super grip and safety, but the handling remains direct and responsive. Additionally, they're easy to take on and off without any issues above and underwater. In terms of investment, neoprene gloves, 2 to 3mm, and work gloves are typically on the lower end of the cost spectrum, making them a practical and cost-effective choice. Due to the affordability of work gloves, it's easy to bring along 2 or 3 pairs on a dive trip, just in case a glove gets ripped or damaged. Packing is not an issue, as the gloves can be easily tucked into any available space in your luggage or even in your hand luggage. Various types of work gloves can be found in any hardware store, offering flexibility in shape and form, a moderately robust palm coating, and a design that isn't too heavy-duty. This brings us to the most important question. Where do I need these gloves? On most dive operations, gloves are banned or at least discouraged, as divers are occasionally seen holding on to living organisms underwater too frequently. However, reef hooks, like those used in the Maldives, and lobster sticks are essential tools for navigating strong currents at certain dive sites around the world. However, There are situations where a pair of robust gloves becomes essential. For example, when diving wrecks with potentially sharp edges, when you need to hold onto mooring lines for safety, or during a deco stop, or in places like the Galapagos or Malpelo, where you need to grip sharp volcanic rocks to maintain your position in strong currents. In the Galapagos, Malpelo, and Cocos, reef hooks are not recommended due to the strong, deep swelling currents that can reach depths of up to 12 meters in some instances. Reef hooks can become unhooked, and strong currents may push you away, making them less reliable in such environments. Overall, the tools and gloves you use depend on the type of diving you're doing and the environment you're diving in. As a general rule in diving, never hold onto anything living and avoid touching anything. Remember, when diving, always respect the underwater world. Keep your hands to yourself and your impact minimal. Stay safe, dive responsibly, and see you on the next adventure.